Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to the Cop Kitchen. I'm Tbsp. Today we're going to do a recipe that I absolutely love doing. I've been making these little goodies for many years. I make them for the dare kids and church events and other types of events, and sometimes I just make them because I like making them, and that is Whoopie Pies. That's right, we're going to do Whoopie Pies. I have no idea where they got the name, but that's what we're going to do today. Now, if you don't know what a whoopie pie is, some people mistake them and call them moon pies. I don't even know what that is. But what these are two cake-like cookies sandwiched between a yummy frosting. The yummy frosting today is going to be a buttercream frosting. Yum. So, without further ado, what you're going to need to make these is 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of cocoa, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of salt. You're also going to need 2/3 cups of shortening, 2 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of whole milk is what I use, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. That's what you're going to need. Once you get all that together, let's make these whoopie pies. Let's start by creaming the shortening, which is 2/3 cups of shortening. I have a stand mixer. You can do this with a hand mixer with a paddle attachment. And we'll put 2 cups of sugar. Just white granulated sugar, and we'll give that a spin. Gonna add our eggs, 2 large eggs. Okay, we're gonna let that sit. 2 cups of milk, have in here, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. That's what I'm putting in. You can put your 2 tablespoons in if you want. I just put it right into the milk. Set that aside. And now for your dry ingredients. There we go. There's 4 cups of flour. Need 1 cup of cocoa. Again, I'm different. I'm using dark chocolate cocoa. You can use regular milk chocolate or whatever it's called, regular cocoa. I like the dark chocolate. And then 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of salt, which I've got all in here. And the reason I sifted is for the cocoa, break the cocoa up so there's not big lumps in your cookie. So we just sift that together, try not to make too much of a mess, which I don't care if I do or not. But yeah, there's a lot of those little BB size cocoa. Just give them a rub and they'll come right out like that. All right. Take a whisk, 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 whisk. Okay, next we're gonna start putting it all into the mixer. Low speed, start with your dry, little at a time. Probably about 1/3 of the dry right off the bat. Let that incorporate really well. So a little bit of the milk and the vanilla. And about 1/3 of that too. And the rest of the powder. Rest of the dry. Right down the bowl. Get all that dry cocoa and flour off the sides. And let her mix for a minute or so, maybe even a couple minutes. And remove the paddle. Scrape all that goodness off of there. And stir by hand just to make sure we got all the stuff off the bottom. And everything is mixed in good. Okay. Now we'll put them on a pan. A 9 by 13. I've got my 2 tablespoon scoop. Now you want your oven at 375, and we're going to cook these for about 9 minutes. Keep an eye on them though, so you don't burn them. And then after that, we'll make that American buttercream frosting to fill them. All right, let's get started. It will seem a little thin. Just scoop them out. They will level themselves. All right, so it's in the oven for 9 minutes. We'll see what happens. I'll be right back. It would be nice if I turned the oven on and preheated it. Okay, so it's been 9 minutes exactly. They look to be done. I'm going to let them cool on the rack for just a minute or so, and then we'll go ahead and put them on the cooling rack and let them cool. Okay, so all of the cookie cakes are done. They came out quite well. And now we'll get on with making the buttercream, American buttercream frosting for the filling. Here we go. Okay, let's get started on the American buttercream frosting. I'm actually going to weigh the powdered sugar, and it will be 1 pound or 454 grams of powdered sugar. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And there it is. Next, we're going to cream our butter, which I'm using 2 sticks or 1 cup of unsalted butter. So let's do that now. Add in half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using kosher. Yes, like that. Vanilla. You'll be using probably a teaspoon. Yeah, you know how much I'm using. Got some good quality vanilla. You'll also need about 3 tablespoons, give or take, of heavy cream that you'll add a tablespoon at a time to the consistency for whatever use you're going to have for your frosting. I'm going to have mine a little thicker, so I don't know how much I'll use. We'll take a look. Powdered sugar, a little at a time, or you'll get a face full. Once you've got all the powdered sugar in, it doesn't look very yummy, very clumpy, not very smooth. That's why you add your heavy cream. But I'm going to scrape the sides down just to get all that sugar down into the bottom there. Just a tablespoon. I think I'm probably going to use at least a couple. I'm going to scrape. And it's getting there. I'm going to add maybe about a half more. So that's it. We've got it to the texture that I like. Take the paddle off, scrape all that goodness off. So now let's fill the cookies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a pastry bag. You can just flop some frosting on the cookie halves. Just find two that match. These are all pretty matched up here. Looking pretty good. So we'll do that. And rather than put a tip on it, I'm just going to cut the end off a little bit, and we'll see. Here we go. Squish that down a little bit. Oh, that doesn't look bad. Not at all. Perfecto. Okay, I have more cookies to do, more frosting. All right, I'm gonna do those up. I'll be right back. So that's the whoopie pie recipe in the TheCopKitchen. That's how we do it here. And I can't stand having them right there without at least taking maybe a little bite. I always start like this. Oh, sweet mother of pearl. That frosting is good. Put that with the cake or those cookies. Not too sweet again. The cake is very cakey. The cookie part is very moist, soft. The frosting and the filling is not too squishy. Quite frankly, I might have gone a little thicker on it so it didn't squish out, but who doesn't like it when it squishes out and do the little side of it. Very good. So I hope you like this recipe. Give it a try. Let me know how you make out. And until then, please remember to hit the subscribe button. Hit those likes and the bell so you know when I do another video. Share it, leave a comment. I'll get back to you and we'll try something different. Really looking forward to making those needums. So I also got some stuffed peppers that I'm like, all kinds of things coming up. You'll just have to keep checking back. But until then, be safe out there. I'm 10-7.